to live with this woman named Flora Wellman, who's from Ohio and a piano teacher, spiritualist, and like. They live together, and basically she comes to him one day indicating that they're going to have a child, and Cheney says, abort it. He says, I'm an old man and so forth, I have no interest whatsoever. And he boots her out of the house. Huge scandal in San Francisco. He claims after the fact they were trying to hang him for he was such a scoundrel and so forth. So he moves back to the Oregon from which he'd come. 5 months later, she bears a child. In the San Francisco paper it said, born John Cheney. Some 6 months later, a couple months later, she meets a Iowa Civil War veteran who moved west. And she meets this fellow and marries him in September of 1876. His name was John London, and he gives the name London to the boy who Cheney had been the father of, and thus Jack London rises up. And then in 1897, when he's about 20 years old, going to Berkeley briefly, he hears some people trying to take him down a peg or two because he's very ambitious to be a great novelist. And somebody's indicated to London, you're not even a member of this family really. And so when he goes to confront his mother, and she just gives him a cold stare. Learns the name, but he goes out and checks and finds that Cheney's living in Chicago. And so there are two pathetic letters that he writes. Are you my father? And they're like, those letters don't survive, but Cheney's letters back to him do survive. And Cheney just turns him down flat. But London had come to believe that that Cheney was his father, and that's why I gave a talk last year with Susie out in San Francisco, and then we've done it earlier 2 years ago here.
And who is it who tipped you?
London comes to Ellsworth and just on the way to see his new wife's relatives in Mount Desert. He has no idea that Ellsworth is anything more than just the end spot for the railroad that he's going to, but little realizing that Cheney was a huge figure in this community.
And who is it who tipped you on that?
Tipped me on what? In what part of it?
On Cheney and London?
The London connection, well, it's seen in a lot of the
No, you said someone mentioned it.
I was told by my friend from college, Tom Gaffney, who was the curator down at the Maine Historical Society, that Herb Silsby, a prominent lawyer, judge, and local historian here in Ellsworth, had mentioned just in passing there was a rumor that Cheney was the father, and that kind of started me off to kind of explore that and so forth. And that's why when we went to Oakland and out to Berkeley to give the talk that you went out with me with